So I noticed that Zach Randolph had a pretty big contract. I mean, he's kind of old. We're trying to get young talent. We can't win now. We want some young talent to get better in the future. And this trade came up to me, a first-round pick in Zaza Pachulia for Willie Cauley-Stein. Now, Willie Cauley-Stein is a good asset for us. And I don't know if the Warriors will be good in that year, but I didn't take that trade. And we're going against the Wizards today. We're the 30th best team actually, which is pretty weird because we're the worst team in the NBA according to 2K. And yeah, let's basically just get into this game. I'm really excited. This is the first gameplay that we have on the channel, and we got this part doesn't really make sense because I don't think Jeremy Lin would do that. I don't know why. Like, don't ask me why. I just don't think Jeremy Lin would do that. But this game was kind of bad. Like, I came into this game not really caring. I was really tired because I got home from basketball practice, so I didn't really do much. Like, I didn't pay much attention to what was going on, and as you'll see by the score in a few minutes, it's probably bad now. I did really bad. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I promise the gameplays will be more competitive in the future. I just was really tired at this point, and I didn't really care much, to be honest. That's a great example, that shot right there. I was taking really bad shots, and yeah, it was just a really bad game. I simulated after halftime because I was kind of getting mad too, because at halftime, as you'll see in a second, we were losing by 16, and you'll see Jeremy Lin actually had a pretty good game at the end, and John Wall. John Wall scored a lot of points too. But yeah, this is our first game. It's in Sacramento. I don't think the fans were very happy considering we lost. We actually didn't end up losing by that much. We still lost, but we didn't end up losing by as much as you'd think. We actually had a pretty good comeback after I simulated, but we still ended up losing by 7, as you'll see in a little bit. And yeah, the gameplay, as I said before, is not very competitive at all. It was just really bad, and the Wizards were actually kind of getting a few shots that shouldn't have gone in too. Like, I'm not saying I wasn't doing bad, but they got a few shots that shouldn't have went in too. But yeah, and Costa Kufos had like 4 turnovers. He basically just caught the ball and then like juggled it in his hands. It was really weird. But yeah, the Kings, I want you guys tell me down below what you think about our team being put up for sale. I haven't talked about that much, but why would our owner sell this team? We're gonna turn into something pretty good, hopefully, over this next off season. I'm hoping to sign a pretty good player on this off season. But yeah, we also did a trade later in this episode if you guys are interested in that, and there's that part. And also, what do you guys think about me changing the Kings uniforms? I think that'd be pretty cool because I think the Kings uniforms are kind of simple, like kind of a little bit too simple. But you guys comment down below. I'm not gonna do it unless nobody comments, or which is most likely, or if somebody does it, or if somebody says that they don't want me to what's it called? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Change the uniforms. And sorry, I had to go do something right there, so sorry about that pause. And John Wall, as I said earlier, went off. He had like, I think 30 something points. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but I know he had a lot. And John Wall actually made some pretty good shots. Like, he made a few threes, I know. And he, of course, made a lot of dunks. And we made pretty much nothing. Like, I think I had 35 points at halftime, with 8-minute quarters. I wanted to have 8-minute quarters because De'Aaron Fox could compete for Rookie of the Year. So if I did 6-minute quarters, he probably wouldn't be able to. But you guys tell me also if you think that I should make the time of the quarters go up. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm actually on a Christmas break right now from school, so I have plenty of time on my hands. But yeah, I can do that too. And I stopped playing at halftime because I just got really mad. Like, I was raging at it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting mad at it, so I just decided to simulate it at halftime. I did play a little bit of the third quarter, but I didn't show any of it because it didn't get any better. So I just decided to simulate it. And the Wizards, I like their uniforms a lot. Their uniforms are pretty cool, actually. And I think Bradley Beal had a pretty good game too. I think I know he had a few threes. That might have been it. I can't really remember. Jeremy Lin actually ended up having 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals at the end of the game, which I thought was pretty cool because he was 9 for 16 too, so he was pretty efficient. So that's good since we just traded for him. He's doing good for the team. And as you can see right there, Bradley Beal hit that shot, and this is the last you'll see of gameplay. This is like the halftime recap or whatever, and this is the last you'll see of it because that's all that I'm gonna show. In a second you'll see the score that it was at the end of halftime, and believe it or not, Costa Kufos was doing the best for us at halftime. I think he had 4 points and a few rebounds, or he might have not had any other thing besides 4 points. Yeah, that's all he had 8 rebounds, 4 points and 8 rebounds. And as you can see, Jeremy Lin had 20 points, and I didn't show it, but John Wall actually scored like, I can't remember, it was like 30 something. I'll hopefully have that in the title. That'll probably be the title of the video. And I wanted to get rid of Zach Randolph. He's a 36-year-old and he's a 79 overall, and we'll be paying him like $23 million at the end of the season. So at the end of next season, so I decided to try to trade for John Collins. I honestly didn't think we could get him considering that he's young, and they actually offered me a counter offer, and it's getting rid of Bogdan like I said I wanted to last episode. And I'm also getting Dwayne Dedmon, which is a pretty good bench player. So as you'll see in a second, of course I did this trade. I can't believe they accepted that. That was really weird in my opinion. But now we have John Collins. He's a great. I don't think he can stretch the floor that well, but I think he's okay at it. So I'm not sure, but yeah. Bye guys. Guys, I'm really sorry, but John Wall actually scored 15 points. Sorry.